Someone sent us a message a few weeks ago. They had been a green card holder for years. Clean record, good job, family here. Everything they had worked for, right here in this country. They wrote, I watched a video last night that said green card holders with foreign bank accounts will be deported by April. I have a small account back home for my mother. I cannot sleep. Am I going to lose everything? They were not sleeping. They were not eating properly. They were ready to spend hundreds of dollars on an emergency consultation. I looked up that video. That law does not exist. It was a proposed amendment. One senator rejected the same week it was introduced. Never signed, never passed, not law. But the sleepless nights, real. The panic, real. The money they were about to spend, real. And this is not one person. We hear this story every single week. Fear is a business model, and your green card anxiety is making certain people very rich. I'm Edward. This is Global Entry News, and today, that ends. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what has changed, what has not changed, and what you need to do right now to protect yourself and the family you have worked so hard to build. Stay until the very end. I saved the most important piece for last. New here? Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Immigration in 2026 moves fast. Let's go. Think about the last immigration headline that scared you. That tightening in your chest. That immediate thought, does this affect me? What do I do? Is my family safe? That feeling is being manufactured deliberately for clicks. Here is how it works. Someone takes a proposed bill, something one senator introduced, and calls it a new law. They add a scary thumbnail, they add dramatic music, and they watch the views roll in. The problem is that most viewers have no way to tell the difference between a bill that one senator introduced and a law the president actually signed. That gap, that confusion, is the product being sold, and the cost is real. People cancel flights home, people pull children out of schools, people spend money they cannot afford on emergency legal consultations over laws that do not exist. Once you understand how immigration law actually works, these videos lose all their power over you forever. Write this down. This is the most important thing I will teach you today. One test, 5 steps, free forever. Run every single immigration headline through this before you feel a single moment of panic. Step 1. Was a bill introduced? Any senator or congressman can introduce a bill. Any single one. It costs nothing. It requires no approval. A bill being introduced means absolutely nothing on its own. Thousands are introduced every year. Most disappear within weeks without any action at all. Step 2. Did it pass the House of Representatives? 435 members must vote. A majority is required. Most bills never even reach a floor vote. They die quietly in committee. No announcement, no follow-up video, just gone. Step 3. Did it pass the Senate? 100 senators, another vote, another majority needed. This is where most immigration bills die, even the ones that survived the House. Step 4. Were both versions reconciled? The House version and the Senate version are almost always different. Both must agree on one identical final text. This process alone takes weeks, sometimes months. Step 5. Did the president actually sign it? Only after all 4 of those steps does it become law. And even then, implementation takes months, and federal courts challenge major immigration changes almost immediately, which can pause or block enforcement for years. Your rule from this moment forward: if the president has not signed it, it is not law. If it is not law, it does not affect your family today. Think about the person who messaged us. If they had known this test, 30 seconds of checking instead of days of panic and hundreds of dollars spent, that is what this test is worth. Save it. Share it. Quick question for the comments right now. What is the scariest immigration headline you have seen recently? drop it below. I read every single one and I will personally tell you if it is real or not. I know what some of you are thinking right now. Edward, executive orders are different. The president signs those directly. No Congress needed. What about those? You are right. And that concern deserves a completely honest answer. Executive orders move faster than legislation. They can take effect more quickly. That is a real difference, and I will not pretend otherwise. But here is the complete picture. Executive orders are the most legally challenged documents in American government. Courts review executive power. Judges issue restraining orders. Enforcement gets paused while legal processes play out. We have seen this happen over and over, under multiple administrations on both sides. Many of the most aggressive immigration executive orders in recent years have been significantly limited or completely blocked by the courts before they ever fully took effect. Does this mean you ignore executive orders? Absolutely not. Staying informed is exactly why this channel exists. But it means you give the legal system 48 to 72 hours before you make any irreversible decision. Because history shows the courts are always watching too. By the way, if this is the kind of content you need, subscribe right now. We track every executive order the moment it drops and follow exactly where it stands in the courts. Hit that bell, never miss an update. Stop for a moment. What I am about to tell you is something most immigration panic videos will never say. Because if you know this, you stop being afraid. And afraid people keep clicking. You have rights, real, legally established rights, built and reinforced over decades of American law. And no headline, no matter how alarming, changes them. Right number 1. You cannot be deported without due process. No immigration officer, no border agent, no government official of any kind can take your green card and remove you from this country on the spot. It does not work that way. You are entitled to a hearing before an immigration judge. You have the right to present your case. You have the right to appeal. This process takes months, sometimes years. That protection belongs to you. Right number 2, you have the right to remain silent. If you are ever stopped, detained, or questioned about your immigration status, you have the right to say nothing until you have spoken to an attorney. This is not being difficult. This is not being uncooperative. This is a right that exists specifically to protect you. Use it without guilt. Every single time. Right number 3, you cannot be forced to sign away your rights. At airports, at border crossings, officers sometimes present documents under pressure. They make it feel urgent. They make it feel like you have no choice. You have a choice. They cannot force your signature. But if you sign voluntarily, under pressure, confused, scared, that signature stands legally, and that protection is gone. Never sign anything you do not fully understand. Ask for time. Ask for an attorney. No one can legally force you to sign in that moment. These rights exist today. They existed yesterday. They will exist tomorrow. No news cycle changes them. Now the part where I tell you what is real. Because pretending nothing has changed would make this channel no different from the ones we have been talking about. Enforcement is higher than it has been in years. ICE operations have expanded. Worksite enforcement is active across multiple states regularly. If you have any unresolved immigration issue, an old charge, a missed hearing, a document that needs updating, do not wait. The margin for error is smaller than it was. One conversation with an immigration attorney now is worth more than months of worry later. Extended international travel carries more risk than before. Green card holders returning after extended trips are facing more detailed questioning at ports of entry. The rules themselves have not changed, but how strictly they are being applied has changed significantly. If you need to be outside the U.S. for more than 6 months, get a re-entry permit before you leave. This is not optional anymore. It is essential. We heard from a viewer who stayed abroad longer than planned because of a family emergency. Coming back was a long and difficult process at the airport. even though everything was eventually fine. Do not put yourself in that position without proper documentation. Criminal history is under much closer scrutiny. Existing law on criminal grounds of deportability has always been serious. Under current enforcement, even matters you considered resolved years ago can resurface during travel or renewals. If there is anything in your history, get an immigration attorney to review your specific situation before you travel internationally or file any application. In 2026, this is not optional, and what has not changed, your right to due process, your right to a hearing, your right to an attorney, the 5-step legislative process, the basic constitutional framework protecting green card holders. These are all intact. These are all yours. I want you to think about someone right now, someone in your family, your community, your group chat who is scared about their green card. Keep that person in your mind. I am going to ask you something about them in just a moment. Here is what to actually do after this video ends, not someday, this week. Action 1. Document audit today. Find your green card right now. Check the expiration date. Know your alien registration number. Scan everything important and store it securely in the cloud. If your card expires in the next 12 months, start the renewal process this week, not next month, this week. Action 2. Know your travel window exactly. Under 6 months abroad is generally manageable with proper documentation. Over 6 months requires more careful planning. Over 1 year without a valid re-entry permit puts your green card at serious risk. Track your days. Do not guess. The cost of guessing wrong is too high. Action 3. Criminal matter means attorney this week, not Google, not a friend who went through something similar. A licensed immigration attorney reviewing your specific situation under current 2026 enforcement standards. One consultation could protect everything you have built. Action 4. 5-step test every single time. Before panic. Before calling anyone. Before losing 1 night of sleep. Has the president signed it into law? If not, breathe. Action 5. Verified sources only. USCIS.gov for official information. Established immigration law organizations. And Global Entry News, where we verify every single claim before it ever reaches you. Remember that person I asked you to think about a few minutes ago? The one who is scared? The one losing sleep over a headline that may not even be real? That person has the same rights you now understand. They have the same 5-step test you now know. They have the same protections that no headline can take away. But they do not know that yet. Please share this video with them today. Not for this channel, not for the views. Share it because a few minutes of watching this could give them back something that has been taken from them. Their peace of mind, their sleep, their ability to think clearly about their future. That share costs you nothing, and it might mean everything to them. One more thing before you go. Next week on Global Entry News, something that every green card holder planning international travel this summer absolutely needs to know. There is a specific change that began at U.S. ports of entry earlier this year. It is not widely covered yet. And if you travel internationally with a green card, you need to see that video before you book a single ticket. Subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. Do not miss it. I'm Edward. This is Global Entry News. Stay informed. Stay protected. See you next week.